Sorry about that. We got cut off from the first one, run out of time. What I was talking about is you don't need to be up there right off the bat on these colts. Okay? Just take your time and teach them and show them what you're going to be doing when you get up there. So you keep yourself safe. They're not scared. The more you do on this groundwork, the farther along you're going to be when you do get up there, okay? And you'll see at the end of this section, when we're done writing, how soft, how supple, how quiet he is. And it's just amazing what you can get done if you just put the time in and put some building blocks in their foundation. Because if you don't put those building blocks in their foundation, it will come up to haunt you later on. Trust me. If there's any holes missing in your groundwork, they will show up. May not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, but they will show up, I can guarantee you. So we're just pretty much doing the same thing as we did on the other side. Starting little increments here and there, moving up and down, slapping my leg. A lot of times I'll talk to Brett during the first rides because it just helps relax me. If you get into a point where you're feeling a little tense, you know, you can actually start humming or kind of singing to yourself and relax your vocal cords. If you start relaxing your vocal cords, your body starts relaxing. So I'll you know, talk to him and crack some jokes or do something just to help relax myself, because I don't want any tension in my body when I'm riding these colts, because they can feel that tension. I don't want him to be any more excited or nervous than he already is. And he is doing great. From where we started to where we are now, he's doing amazing. He's trusting, he's willing, he's not overreactive. See right there? That could have turned out to be something too. So all I did is just bring his nose around. My husband stepped in front of him, got his attention, slowed it back down. And I'm not going to move on to the next section until he's comfortable with this. Once he's comfortable with this, and I can move all over him, move my arms up and down, slap my legs, touch his neck, touch his butt, then we'll move on to something different. But don't skip any steps. Trust me, it'll come back to haunt you. So what I'm doing is just like we did in the groundwork, I'm building. I'm building on what I've taught him. See, now we're going to start moving like the lunging for respect. He already knows this. This is really good once you get both sides kind of desensitized to your arms and your legs. We're going to start going from eye to eye. And I'm going to start asking him, when my husband steps in front of him and asks him to change directions, I'm going to start asking him to change directions with my rein too. See right there. I ask him, my husband steps in front of him. So he's starting to connect this stuff that we've taught him. See, his head's nice and quiet. His tail is actually relaxed. His tail isn't clamped anymore. You notice I don't just pick up and pull his head around. I take my hand, I slide it down the rein. The vibration of the rein, of me sliding that hand down, he'll feel that on the slobber straps, which is attached to his bit. Okay. So right there, he got a little excited. That's fine. I took his head, pulled it around. My husband stepped in front of him. We got him stopped. We reassure him it's okay. It's okay. See, I just kind of take his nose a little bit, reassure him again. It's all right. It's all right if he gets a little scared. This is really big for him. But we do have control over him, which is the main goal in this whole thing, is to have control over his body. He doesn't stiffen up that neck and just go like he did before. We've got some foundation there where we can get him stopped, we can get him to think a little bit. So now we're going to start asking him to trot and doing the same thing that I've been doing with him. Start moving around on him a little bit at a trot. I'll move the saddle around, move my legs around, be up over his head. I'll start making some noises with my mouth. Anything you can do on these horses to not be quiet. Once you start getting them a little desensitized to you up there, the better. By the time I'm done, I should be able to just move all over him, make different noises, move my legs around, move the saddle around on that first ride. And I also like to get walk, trot, canter on the first ride too. So just keep it and move him. Keep him freed up. Don't let him lock up. If he wants to get excited, we'll just step in front of him and bring his nose around and then reassure him again. The worst thing you can do when a horse jumps like that, especially these kind of horses, is to clamp up, grab the reins, lock your legs down, and get in that fetal position. Because then horses are claustrophobic by nature, and so all you're doing is just making them more nervous and scared. The more you can relax on these colts and show them it's going to be okay. I am a leader of this horse. I want him to see me as a leader. I want him to look to me for reassurance. See, he's a little funny about me touching his hind. That's fine. Just going to keep moving on him, petting on him. Remember, I have a hold of that horn just in case he does jump. I'm not going to be squeezing or pulling on him. I want my legs to stay relaxed. I want my body to stay relaxed. Very important. Stay relaxed, stay free, relax, breathe. You know, accidents happen. Of course they do. They're horses, they're animals. You can't guarantee nothing. But you just have to stay relaxed. Starting to relax a little bit. And having somebody work with you in the round pen like what my husband is doing is kind of a vital key to my colt starting. I do every horse that I start under saddle, it is started exactly the same way as you're seeing right now. There is no different. I don't do anything different. Everything is the same. It doesn't matter how the horse was, it don't matter. I should have all my groundwork done on all these colts by the time I get to this point. So everybody stays safe and relaxed. Now we're getting closer to being done with this session. I've got another part 3 coming up. We're going to turn him loose and I'm going to ride him offline. Try to get a canter in there also. He's getting more relaxed, more freed up. Moving over his head, that way he sees me out of both eyes. Still rubbing on him. Slapping my legs, up over his head, touching his butt, touching his neck, touching his butt. Moving all over these colts. Best thing you can do. Alright, we're about done with this session. Hope to see you in part 4. Have a blessed